B31212Y DCShadow. So DCShadow is the new domination attack which aims at SIEM bypass. This is a post-exploitation attack. To carry out the attack, we will be using a key, the user account which is part of DA, domain admin, for the demo purpose. DCShadow attack will temporarily create a Windows workstation into Domain Controller. So there will be two processes Mimikatz running, one with system privileges and another with domain admin privileges. First, let's check whether the Mimikatz service Mimikatz is registered and running. So we'll be using the command exclamation and plus to check whether it is registered and running. We will also be using packet capture to check behind the scenes, behind the hood, under the hood, what exactly is happening. So let's start the interface up and let's start the packet capturing. We'll be using domain admin account, a key, space user, a key slash domain. Okay, so a key is a domain admin user. So let's start Mimikatz. Let's check with the Mimikatz. Okay, the service is registered and the service is already started. What next? Now we will elevate the Mimikatz process to system privileges using the command exclamation process token. Exclamation process token. Okay, so this is running as a system. Let's check. Who am I? Okay, great. So this is running as an entire authority system. Let's clear the screen. Then we will give the command from system privilege process. And let's say DCShadow slash object, the AD object over here that needs to be added, slash attribute, the attribute name, slash value, the value to be modified. So we will change the attribute of a user called DNS. So DNS over here in the lab setup, space user DNS slash domain. So it's a domain user with DNS admin's privileges. So what exactly over here we are trying to do is we are changing the attribute of DNS user's description and we add up the values saying AJ was here, right? So let's fire the command and this should give us the RPC server which will be listening. The next thing is running another Mimikatz process with DA rights. Let's fire the command with lsadum slash push. So slash push is going to push the object. So let's check the privilege. The user, a key which is in our domain admin user, lsadump DCShadow slash push. So this is going to push the object, right? So the RPC server has pushed the object and it has stopped. The packet capture is still running. Let's stop the pcap. We'll see what exactly happened. Since we have access of the DC, we'll check inside the DC whether the description has changed or not. So let's refresh it, and yes, we can see the description AJ was here, right? So we also ran the packet capture, and let's filter for DRS UAPI protocol, RPC protocol. So let's get back to the machine, attacker machine. Let's filter for DRS UAPI. This should give us something interesting, right? So just as DC sync, this also gives us something interesting. So the very first request is the bind request, DS bind request and response. This is going to bind the request. I'm sorry, creates a context handle necessary to call any method in this interface. What is the next packet? Add entry request. So what is add entry request? adds one or more object. You can also refer the DRSU API RPC interface from the MSDN. What was the packet? That was add entry request. Let's find for add entry. It says add one or more objects, right? Request, response, bind, unbind, request, response, and again it's binding it. Then what exactly it's doing? DRSU API replica add request. So over here, what exactly it's happening? Before that, there's also NC changes. Is there any NC changes over here? No, we don't find it. Okay, we also have NC changes. What is replica add? So replica add, this method adds a replication source reference for the specified NC. NC is the naming context, and then there's an bind request again, response, and there's an NC change request. So naming context change request. And what it does, this will replicate the updates for the user account or the computer account, which exactly we did. We changed the value of the description. In fact, we added a value for the description, and this is going to replicate to all the naming context. Next is update refs, DS replica update refs, request and response, adds to delete a value from reps to attribute to specified NC replica. Let's take down inside this what exactly this is. Not replica add, okay, adds reps2. This was adds reps2, right? This is update refs. Okay, go on. Next is replica add, which we already saw. Replica del. What is replica del? Replica del, this method deletes the replication source reference from the specified NC, and the replica add request, this method adds a replication reference from the specified NC, and at last there's an unbind request. Right, so this is what the DRSU API RPC says, MSDN interface says about it. The interesting thing which we would be seeing about the DCShadow attack is the privilege escalation. So what exactly we are going to do is we are going to add a user to a DA as a primary group, and the Mimikatz account, Mimikatz command we would be using is this. We'll give the value is 512 with attribute for primary group ID. 512 is the ID for domain admins. So let's minimize the Wireshark. Let's clear the screen. Before changing the value, let's check the attributes of DNS user. Okay, DNS user, it says it's user of DNS admins and domain users. Now what exactly we are going to do is we are going to add this DNS user into domain admins group. So attribute, by changing the attribute of primary group ID to 512, 512 is the RID for domain admins. Let's start the RPC server, and let's push it. Right, so the RPC server has been stopped, the value has been registered. We will verify it using the command net group command. In fact, okay, so you can see this user is a part of local group membership domain DNS. I'm sorry. Okay, we got domain admins, right? Before it was domain users, and we got domain admins after adding it. So this is it for this video about DCShadow. Thanks for watching.